object like this mouse or yes, our review is coming soon.
Whoa,
Or
this guy's cool.
just to talk
Who is he?
more privately
Do you know him?
yes.
You should. You should.
Back there,
You should go subscribe. He's cool.
far.
No, but for real, welcome back to my channel. It's Gabriel Sully again, and today I will be doing a iOS 13 review. I was supposed to do a survey between my friends and the people I know to see what feature in iOS 13 is the most popular, but I prefer to do it by myself because I'm using iOS 13 on this thing they call iPhone SE. Review coming soon. And this little joke I made, just to remind you, you're allowed to subscribe if you didn't know. So just, it's simple, you press the subscribe button and it's done. So with that said, let's go straight to the video. By the way, I will maybe the lighting will be a little bit different after by the end of the video because I will shoot in different moments of the day. So for now, let's go. So I'm here, iOS 13 review with this phone, which can handle iOS 13. And please excuse me if I look there, it's just that I have some notes there. So let's begin. So the first iOS 13 feature that I think is the most popular for now is the dark mode. So we don't know the origins of this idea, but we guess that it's because a lot of people were asking Apple, could you please lower the intensity of this light? Because at night when I'm on Twitter or Instagram or like just messages app, it's like if I had a flashlight directly in my face, and it's annoying. And Apple responded a lot of years later, okay, here's dark mode. So dark mode is basically just every Apple application, instead of being white or bright, is becoming dark, like black. I don't know. For example, the Notes app, instead of being white, it's now black. So it's great. At night, if I had notes to type at night, which I don't, it wouldn't be like, it wouldn't hurt my eye. And yes, if you have Instagram, it's also available on Instagram. They just updated it for it to work, so it's great too. The next feature that everybody's talking about, the swiping keyboard. I don't know how they call it, but it's this thing that when you type, instead of just doing like this, you can swipe your finger on the screen and it will work, like even if you don't release every time your finger. And I like it. Personally, I like it because it needs less effort. Like if I'm in a tough situation, I just can't. For example, I'm holding a lot of things, and instead of doing like this, I can just swipe my finger on the screen and it will work. So I like this. And yeah, I like it. There's a lot of people that are starting to hate, like, oh, I don't like it because I preferred. It's been 9 years that I've been using the regular keyboard. Why would I switch? Blah blah blah, blah blah blah, like this. No, I'm just a little bit exaggerating, but they're hating. Everybody's hating. So haters, you are not in majority, so they can't do everything for you. They did a lot of things for you, but they can't do anything. Everything, not anything. So if you hate on the new things, just disable it. You can go on your settings and disable things like this. Next thing, a thing that I didn't realize at first until I paid attention, it's that there's a security improvement now. So every time there's Bluetooth somewhere, or because before, by example, I had Facebook. I'm really sorry if I just expose you Facebook, but it's live. For example, sorry, if I had Facebook and I was in the same room as someone else that had Facebook before, our Bluetooth would activate and pair together, and Facebook would notice. And after, if this person had Facebook, later in the day, if I was scrolling Facebook would ask me, "Do you want to add this person on Facebook?" And that's without our permission. And now Apple figured out that many apps did this. So what they do, it's that every time it wants to access your Bluetooth, it will ask, "Do you authorize, like for example, Facebook to have access to your Bluetooth?" And if you want, you press yes, and if you don't want, which is happening in most of the cases, you just press no. Simple as this. And there's other things. Log in with Gmail or log in with Apple's or iCloud, and everything is secured now. So you can't. They made it. They did it another way, so you can't really get. Uh, you can't really fall in traps and give your information without noticing. And yes, they made it like this. Um, Another feature that I like, and I'm proud that they made available on my phone, on older phones, is an emoji. You know the emoji that you can make move with the camera. Okay, it's not exactly the same thing because in these phones that don't have the true depth, depth, the true thing, they can't say what your face is. They can't imagine how your face is moving, things like this. So you just customize your an emoji. I don't know how to call it. And then after this, you can use it as a sticker in messages or just as a regular emoji. And I like it because on my older phones, whoops, they're not here. Okay, yes, my older phones. Oh yes, that's a phone case that I have. It's weird, I know. My older phones, I couldn't. This phone is just too old, but on this phone, for example, I couldn't use an emojis because it was so too old. So now I like it. Another thing, do we have gaps or gates? iPhone gates, like every time? The answer is yes. One huge gate I have noticed is I don't know what happened, Apple, but you can't do things like this. I'm using an app, okay. For example, I'm settings and I'm changing my background, my wallpaper for this, okay, this thing. Settings app just shut down. Like, whoa, what's happening? I open it again, shuts down. I reboot the app, now it's okay. Another gate, we realized it drained so much battery life. It was amazing. Like, instead of finishing my day with a little more than 50% of battery, I finished it once I killed my phone, and the other thing was at 20% of battery. So I was like, whoa. And the day after the update, iOS 13.1.2 came out, and this week iOS 13.1.3 came out, and I didn't notice a lot of changes. I mean, I didn't notice any changes. So I guess it's a certain number of phones that don't work with it. Like the charging gate they had with the iPhone XS, I think it wouldn't charge until you turn it on. Things like this. So I, for me, it's perfect. It's working perfectly. And now for at my favorite part of the video, personal thoughts. I have a message for you, Apple. If you're listening, I love it. It's amazing. I don't know who created this, who imagined all this process, but it's it's cool. Like dark mode, dark theme, your wallpapers that you made, even though you could add some, it's amazing. I like this. Can you do more things like this? Things that we can see what changed? Because every year I have some friends. Oh, the new iPhone is out, but there's nothing that changed. For me, it's obvious what changed, but for them, regular people, it's no. How it still has two cameras. It's still the same. So that's the kind of thing we like and we want to see. So yeah, sorry, my camera went down, so I just can record my voice now. So I think I'm gonna continue a little bit and then I'm gonna end the video. So yes, I was saying, we like when you update things, uh, like, and we can realize what changed. Like, if I take the iPhone 11 Pro and I compare it to the original iPhone, I see a lot of changes. But just if I take the original iPhone and I compare it to the second phone, so the second iPhone, there's a lot of changes. So you try it and you did it with the iPhone 11 and 11 Pro, but we need to see those things more often. And yeah, the software updates, iOS 12 was great. iOS 13 is completely different, and we like it like this. So I'm still sorry for this. My camera just died, and yeah. So hope you will. Hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments what you want to see. I know what you're gonna say. I don't want your camera to go off again. I'm I'm real sorry. It won't happen. But for now, catch you guys later or next time. Peace. And that's normally the moment where I put my hand on the camera, but you know what I mean. Bye.